You know them as the charming single parents, small-town sweethearts, and festive romantics who always find love by Christmas. But what about their real lives? Off-screen, many Hallmark stars are living love stories and parenting journeys that are just as heartwarming, sometimes even more so, than the movies they star in. And who better to start with than Hallmark's sweetheart, Lacy Shabar. Known for her iconic roles in Mean Girls and Party of Five, Lacy Shabar has carved a beloved niche for herself as the queen of Hallmark's feel-good movies. But off-screen, her most cherished role is being a mother to her daughter, Julia. Lacy married longtime friend and businessman David Nidar in a private ceremony in December 2013, keeping the romance under wraps until the big day. In a world where celebrity oversharing is common, Lacy's preference for a low-key personal life is refreshingly rare. Their daughter Julia was born in September 2016, and since then, Lacy's life has revolved around motherhood. She occasionally shares snippets of their bond on Instagram, often accompanied by heartfelt captions that showcase her deep gratitude and joy. Whether it's twinning outfits or baking cookies, Lacy portrays a grounded, hands-on parenting style that resonates with many fans. Despite keeping her husband largely out of the spotlight, Lacy is vocal about how supportive David is of her career and parenting journey. In interviews, she describes the delicate balance of filming on set and making it back home in time for bedtime stories. Julia even makes appearances on Hallmark movie sets sometimes, giving her a peek into her mom's magical world of storytelling. She shared this incident with her daughter.
She was like, what's fetch? Why does everyone say that to you? And she asked me a couple of years ago, she goes, Mom, do other people watch these movies that you make? I was like, yes, baby, they're not just for you.
Lacy has said that becoming a mother changed the lens through which she sees the world. It made her more empathetic, more patient, and more driven. It also adds depth to the many mother-daughter relationships she portrays on screen.
I'm really proud when I see her being aware of other people's needs, whether it be her friends or someone else, and being in tune with how she can be a helper. She has the most beautiful heart.
Lacy Shabar isn't just a hallmark of comfort TV. She's a woman who embodies love, privacy, and intention. Her story isn't filled with tabloid drama, it's quietly powerful, a testament to what it means to hold fame in one hand and family in the other, with grace. If you think Lacy's private, peaceful family life is lovely, just wait until you meet the Pennevegas, an adventurous, musical Hallmark couple raising 3 kids and filming movies together. It's like a rom-com come to life. Moving on, if Hallmark made a movie about real-life love, it might look a lot like Alexa and Carlos Pennevega's story. The former Spy Kids star and the big-time Rush heartthrob met at a Bible study group in Los Angeles and were married by 2014. What followed wasn't just a picture-perfect romance. It was a deeply intentional, faith-filled partnership that led them to parenthood, purpose, and even co-starring in Hallmark films. Alexa and Carlos are parents to 3 adorably energetic kids: Ocean, born 2016, Kingston, born 2019, and baby girl Rio, born 2021. The family splits their time between work in Hollywood and a quieter life in Hawaii, a place they chose for its peace, natural beauty, and slower pace. They often refer to their parenting style as teamwork with God at the center, and it shows. Whether it's homeschooling Ocean or filming family-friendly content together, they seem to do everything with joy and a lot of grace under pressure. Their social media presence is more than just curated cuteness. They openly share struggles. Carlos has spoken about his battle with anxiety and how fatherhood helped ground him, while Alexa has discussed postpartum recovery and finding self-worth beyond motherhood. Together, they model vulnerability and strength, always emphasizing gratitude and growth. Professionally, their chemistry translates effortlessly to the screen in Hallmark's picture-perfect mysteries and Love at Sea. Their real-life intimacy adds authenticity to the romance, and fans can't get enough. He shared how his children loved him on stage.
Before I even knew that.
Does he understand? Do they understand Dad and what Dad
After
does?
last summer.
More than just Hallmark royalty, the Pennevegas represent modern parenthood with old-school values: love, faith, family, and fun. Their love story continues to unfold like a feel-good movie, only it's not make-believe. It's the beautiful, imperfect, inspiring reality of 2 people building a life full of love and laughter with their little crew. Want more Hallmark heartthrobs who wear their heart on their sleeve? Paul Green, Hallmark's leading man in countless films, has a tender fatherhood story and even sings lullabies to his baby boy. Get ready for that one. Paul Green may be known as Hallmark's dashing, dependable lead in films like Christmas in Angel Falls and When Calls the Heart, but his most meaningful role is the one he plays at home. Devoted Dad. With his calming voice and soulful presence, it's no surprise that fatherhood is something he takes to with tenderness and awe. Paul has 2 children. His eldest son, Oliver, was born in 2003 from a previous relationship. Now a young adult, Oliver shares his father's love for music and creativity. Paul often posts about their bond, celebrating Oliver's milestones with visible pride. But in 2021, Paul's life transformed again when he and his fiancée, Kate Austin, welcomed their first child together, a baby boy named Austin. He shared a fun day with his son on YouTube. What makes Paul's story especially captivating is the season of life in which he embraced fatherhood again. In his late 40s, Paul openly reflects on how different this experience has been. He's more present, more patient, and incredibly involved. He doesn't just post baby pictures, he posts lullabies he wrote, moments of skin-to-skin bonding, and quiet walks in nature with baby Austin tucked against his chest.
Yeah, and then there's this magic side position just like this that you kind of put him on the side like this and give him a little
His relationship with Kate is equally warm and grounded. The couple often shares their wellness journey, meditation, singing bowls, acoustic music sessions, and their commitment to co-parenting with mindfulness. Their lifestyle is a blend of California ease and soulful intention. Paul Green isn't just melting hearts on Hallmark sets, he's writing lullabies and soaking up the magic of fatherhood with each passing day. If Paul's soothing dad energy gave you heart eyes, wait until you meet his When Calls the Heart co-star, Daniel Lissing. His road to fatherhood is newer, but equally swoon-worthy and grounded in love. Stay tuned. Daniel Lissing captured hearts as Mountie Jack Thornton in When Calls the Heart, where he played the charming, steadfast love interest in one of Hallmark's most beloved series. Off-screen, his real-life love story is just as touching, and now includes a new chapter, fatherhood. In 2020, Daniel married his longtime girlfriend, Nadia, in a quiet, intimate ceremony. The couple has been incredibly private, rarely revealing much about their life together, as he shared in an interview.
A very small handful of people, but you can't do that, you know, like family.
Everyone wants to celebrate you.
That's right.
But when they announced the arrival of their first child in late 2023, fans rejoiced. The Australian actor didn't flood social media with baby photos. Instead, he posted one heartfelt snapshot with a simple caption that said it all. "My world just got bigger and better." While the couple has chosen to keep their child's name and details private, what Daniel has shared speaks volumes. In a few rare interviews, he opened up about how becoming a father shifted his entire worldview. He describes it as grounding, magical, and the purest kind of love he's ever experienced. Daniel and Nadia's relationship is built on mutual respect, quiet affection, and a shared love of travel and family. They've spent the last few years living between Australia and the US, soaking up nature, adventure, and now, diapers and baby giggles. Fans of When Calls the Heart often refer to Daniel as the ultimate Hallmark man, but his real-life journey into fatherhood makes him even more endearing. He's a reminder that even the most swoon-worthy stories on screen can pale in comparison to the beauty of real-life beginnings. Next is Brennan Elliot, who balanced being a doting dad while he supported his wife, Cammie, through her cancer journey. In a heartbreaking update, Cammie has passed away, making Brennan a single father. His story is deeply moving and quietly heroic. Brennan Elliot may play the affable, charming lead in Hallmark staples, like The Crossword Mysteries and All of My Heart, but his real-life journey is a deeply emotional one, marked by devotion, fatherhood, and unshakable resilience in the face of hardship. He married therapist Cammie Elliot in 2011. Today, Brennan is a proud father of 2, a son and a daughter, both of whom he lovingly keeps out of the public eye. While the family maintains privacy around names and ages, Brennan often opens up about the joy, chaos, and grounding influence of his children. He has described fatherhood as his greatest role, and one that has given him purpose far beyond scripts and cameras. But it's not just parenthood that defines Brennan, it's how he navigated his wife's battle with stomach cancer. In 2022, Brennan publicly shared Cammie's diagnosis and treatment journey, posting heartfelt updates alongside photos that reflect raw emotion, faith, and perseverance. What makes Brennan's story so powerful is his transparency. He doesn't hide the fear or fatigue, he honors it. And in doing so, he's shown fans a side of masculinity that is nurturing, emotional, and beautifully human. The kind of father who explains hard things with honesty, who celebrates the little wins, and who clings fiercely to love in its most vulnerable form. His strength doesn't come from pretending everything is perfect. It comes from showing up every single day, Up next, Andrew Walker has quietly become one of Hallmark Channel's most beloved leading men, starring in hits like My Christmas Family Tree and Three Wise Men and a Baby. But behind the camera, he's living a life just as endearing, with a close-knit family, a thriving marriage, and, believe it or not, his own health-forward juice company. Andrew has been married to Cassandra Troy since 2012, and together they've created a beautiful life in Los Angeles, full of nature hikes, clean eating, and sweet parenting moments. The couple shares 2 sons, West, born in 2015, and Wolf, born in 2019. And yes, those names are every bit as cool as they sound. West is curious and adventurous, while Wolf brings that spirited energy only a second child can. Andrew often shares candid father-son moments, baking, biking, and even doing yoga in their backyard. Parenting, for Andrew, is a journey of intentional presence. He's spoken about wanting to raise kind, emotionally intelligent boys, ones who value empathy, creativity, and connection over competition. That's a theme he often brings into his Hallmark roles too, portraying modern masculinity with vulnerability and heart. But Andrew and Cassandra don't just parent together, they're business partners too. They co-founded Little West, a cold-pressed juice company inspired by their eldest son's name and their passion for wellness. It's part of their family rhythm, raising kids while promoting health and balance in everything they do. Their love story feels like a Hallmark movie itself. College, sweethearts, co-entrepreneurs, and partners in both parenting and play. They've turned ordinary moments into something quietly magical. And, to end the list we have, Candace Cameron Bure. Bure isn't just America's sweetheart on screen, she's also a dedicated mother of 3 and wife to retired NHL player Valerie Bure. Their love story began in the most Hollywood way possible. Introduced by her Full House co-star Dave Coulier, Candace met Valerie at a charity hockey game in 1994. The spark was instant. They married just 2 years later, in 1996, and have since built a life centered on faith, family, and unconditional support. Together, they share 3 children, Natasha, Lev, and Maxim. Natasha Bure, born in 1998, followed in her mother's footsteps, dabbling in acting and releasing her own book, while also captivating audiences with her voice on The Voice. Lev, born in 2000, has stayed relatively private but made headlines when Candace shared his brief engagement news and eventual breakup online. The youngest, Maxim, born in 2002, is the athlete of the family, showing talent and drive in sports, perhaps taking after his father's passion for the ice. What makes Candace's family dynamic especially compelling is her open dialogue about the challenges of parenting, marriage, and maintaining her Christian faith in Hollywood. She often speaks about the intentional effort it takes to stay connected as a family amid busy schedules and differing beliefs. Social media gives fans a glimpse into their world, holiday traditions, fitness routines with Valerie, and heartfelt birthday tributes that radiate authenticity. Despite her fame, Candace fiercely protects her children's privacy and guides them with values grounded in love, discipline, and trust.
When Dylan took me to prom, I went after her and I sung up.
Candace Cameron Bure is not just a Hallmark lead with countless romantic roles under her belt. She's a real-life leading lady in a story of enduring marriage and motherhood, with chapters still unfolding beautifully. But which of these Hallmark stars has your heart? Let us know in the comments and make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.